Well, if you're a homeowner and you can't answer that question, that's not a good sign. So, whether you're buying or selling, experts say there are several numbers that you need to know before you make a move. Joining me this morning to talk about it, Heather Unger from Lemon Tree Realty. Always good to see you, Heather.
Good to see you too, John.
Talking real estate, one of my favorite things. Okay, you say there are numbers you need to know. Your first number here, how much you can afford. Obviously, an important number. Why is that?
Right. It's going to build the foundation for your real estate home purchase. You want to know how much you can afford, what your monthly payment's going to look like before you go out there and look at houses. You don't want to look at a house that you can't afford. And also, when you're doing this, the lender's going to give you what's known as a GFE, or a good faith estimate. And that's going to break down what your monthly payment's going to look like, how much money you're going to need out of pocket, and they're also going to let you know your interest rate at that time.
Do you find a lot of homeowners, when they first start looking, really have no idea the size and price of house they can afford?
They really don't, and they think, well, I'm paying $1,500 a month for rent, so I can pay $1,500 in a mortgage, and those two things don't equate to the same.
Right, insurance,
Yeah, taxes, HOA dues,
everything else.
Yeah.
Okay, next numbers here. You say 3.5, 5, and 20.
Yep, those are the percentage downs. There's also 10% down, but that's the amount of money that you're going to have to come out of pocket. So it's going to be 3.5, 5%, or 20% of the purchase price is what you're going to need as a down payment. You're going to want to know how much cash you can actually have on hand to purchase a home, because you're going to have that down payment plus closing costs. So you need to know what you have in your bank account to put down.
So 3.5, obviously, in FHA, and then it just goes up from there, huh?
Correct, yes.
Okay. Next number, your credit score. Now, you may not know that right now, but you'll find it out very quickly, won't you?
Right. And I honestly tell people, if you're not ready to buy right now, still pull your credit score. There's the free annual credit score out there. You can pull it for free. And that way, you want to take a look and see what you have in your credit. You may have some things on there that are a mistake, or things that should have dropped off that didn't. And by looking at those things now, you can get them corrected and taken care of, and it'll help your score go up.
Let's elaborate more on the property taxes and HOAs, because a lot of people do here, like you said, $1,500 a month. They think that's what it's going to be.
Right.
But once it's yours, the hot water heater, pool pump went out yesterday at our place.
Yes.
I mean, the costs just add up, don't they?
Right, exactly. When you're renting, you don't have any out-of-pocket expenses. Something breaks, you call a landlord or the apartment complex, and they come fix it. When you own a home, you have all these maintenance fees. The biggest fee that most people don't take into consideration is an HOA fee. I have people all the time that think, well, I'll go into a condo or a townhouse because it's cheaper, it's less money, and I don't have to maintain anything because the community does that. Well, with an HOA fee, it can be as much as $300 or more a month. That's going to eat into how much you can afford. So let's say you can afford a $125,000 unit. It's $850 a month. You add on that $300 a month HOA dues, and you want to stay at the $850 a month. Well, now you can only afford $90,000.
It's a big difference.
Yeah.
And I think the most misleading number in all of real estate, you may disagree with me on this because you're an agent, I think the days on market, or the DOM numbers, are a mess. Explain what they are.
Okay. So there's two different days on market. There's the average days on market and the continuous days on market. So when you look at a property, you may see you as a consumer may think it's only been on the market for 5 days, but I as an agent can see the continuous days on market. And I can see that maybe it's been on the market for 250 days total. So when you switch agents, or take it off the market for a certain amount of time or put it back on, it resets the one clock, but it doesn't reset the other clock.
And see, agents can even relist it, right? And wipe out the first clock again. That's why I think something needs to be done, because it does. It looks like, oh, this house just came on.
Right.
Come to find out, it's been in foreclosure. It's been on the market for 3 years.
Right,
They have no idea.
And you can actually reset the continuous clock, too, by keeping it off the market for a certain amount of time. But average day, or the days on market, is good to know, because if it has been on the market for a while, you have the opportunity of possibly getting a good deal on that property.
Right. And why? There's a reason why, right?
There's always a reason.
Let's get Heather Unger. Always good to see you.
Good to
Appreciate
see
you
you
coming in
Thank
today.
you.